I bought this crash damaged 2023 M4 Competition from Copart for £35,000 and my plan was to rebuild it and create content, but just 2 hours after it was delivered, somebody set it on fire.
What just happened? Someone set it on fire! On fire. Go get in the house.
Amongst the many people who showed up for me when I needed it, I had so many people ridiculing me because they don't understand what I do or how I was able to afford this car at 22 years old. And I completely understand that, so before I tell you what my plan is for the car now, let me tell you how I was able to afford my dream car at just 22 years old before it got burnt to the ground. A few years ago I made some decisions that could have ruined my life at a low where I was really struggling to figure out what I wanted to do and who I wanted to be. I turned to drinks and drugs and I'd honestly never been so miserable. I've watched my parents work hard every single day, but I personally knew I was never going to have a typical 9-to-5 job, but I didn't really know exactly what I was wanting to do or what I was going to do, and it was my dad's love for cars which was passed on to me. One thing was for certain, I needed to change my life before I ruined it forever. And with Matt Armstrong pumping out video after video rebuilding crash damaged cars, I felt inspired. I saw that as something that maybe I could possibly do, so I gave it a go and seen it as a way to start my life all over again. I headed to Copart, a place full of cars ready for someone to give them a second life just like me. The first car I picked up was a Ford Focus ST, and with little to no experience at all, I just thought I'd give it a go. And then I did it again, and again, and again, and again, and so many more times. Each time learning something new, something different, and wanting to challenge myself with something bigger. And after 2 years doing this full time every single day with the incredible support of the UK car community, I'd gained over 120,000 followers just doing purely what I love. With all the amazing support I'd been getting and with all the money I'd made from buying and selling cars, I decided to take the biggest risk of my life and purchase my dream car, the BMW M4 Competition. This was going to be the moment in the car that changed my life, and an opportunity to get more personable and comfortable on camera and to take my next step in creating content, starting a YouTube channel. And while parts of that have happened, it's not for the reason that I wanted. On Friday the 14th of March, just 2 hours after the car was lifted onto my driveway, someone poured petrol on it and set it on fire.
What just happened? Someone set it on fire! On fire. Go get in the house.
With no fire extinguisher to hand and in shock and panic, I watched my dream car, everything I'd worked for, go up in flames. And this is what was left.
I'm not sure we'll go into neutral now, lad.
No, I don't think it will. But Joe, you had insurance. No, I didn't. So with my age, because I'm 22 years old, you can't really obtain a trader's insurance policy, especially not on a car like that. And with the car being a salvage vehicle that just came from the salvage auction, I didn't think to take out normal insurance because it was written off already. And I didn't think anyone would be able to crash into it because it was going to be on my drive. And I didn't think it was going to get stolen because it didn't run or drive. So yeah, I guess in hindsight, I could have insured it for fire and theft, but still I'm not sure whether it would actually be covered since it wasn't a roadworthy vehicle with tax, MOT, or even in a good driving condition. I've even tried the house insurance, but it wasn't covered, especially with the value of the vehicle. I'm not sure if it would have been unless it was specifically added on the house's contents. And for the police, because you couldn't see his face on the CCTV, they said there's nothing you could do. Even if you've seen the car that he came from, you would have to be a clear CCTV link between the car, him walking to the car, and him and his face showing the car being set on fire.
So what now?
While it may not be the way I wanted it to happen, I'd been forced out of my comfort zone, and well, here I am exploring my new avenue of content. This isn't just fun for me, it's my entire livelihood, and I'm so lucky to have so many of you that have donated and supported me, as well as my friends and family who have helped me get back on my feet. As for the M4, it's now at an undisclosed location where I'm going to be stripping it for the parts to see how much value is left. So make sure you subscribe to see me take apart this M4 piece by piece. To all the people who supported me unconditionally, thank you so much. And to all my haters who thought this was going to be the end, this is literally just the beginning.